What would the world be like without music? No rhythms to dance to, no lyrics to scream in the car, no lullabies, no anthems, no playlists to get you through heartbreaks or losses. Unthinkable, right? So let me ask, raise your hand if you listen to music. Raise your hand if you play music, whether you sing, strum, tap, or whistle off key. Now, if you didn't raise your hand at all, either you're just a little lazy, or I have one thing to say to you. I'm worried for you. How can you possibly live without music? I know I couldn't. This is me as a child, singing, playing, completely lost in music. From as early as I can remember, music's been my anchor. It gave me purpose when I felt adrift, and connection and relationships were complicated. As I grew up, it became the thing I knew I could always count on. My security blanket, if you will. My safe place. The only place I felt I could be fully myself without fear or judgment. That deep relationship with music, the way it brought me back to myself time and time again, is what inspired me to create something for others. Band Together Bali. Band Together Bali was ultimately created to showcase that music is a common ground, that every person has the right to explore and experience, no matter your age, background, or nationality. Music truly has something for everyone, which is why I tried to create a festival with a blend of music so there would be at least one band or one artist that everyone enjoyed. I'm happy to announce that the festival was a raging success and represented exactly what I wanted to put out in the open. Despite a few things not going exactly as planned. It rained, of course, because Bali weather is about as consistent as green school Wi-Fi. The stage we were supposed to perform on changed multiple times until finally we landed right here on the stage behind me. Anyways, the important part is that the communities loved it. And there's even talk of it being an annual thing. So to all the families in here who are going to be in green school next year, keep your ears open for more news, because Band Together Bali might just make a comeback. Other than that, I'm proud to say I successfully accomplished putting on my first music festival, and I've taken away many lessons and opinions on this area of the music industry. So far, I've discovered a few music-related professions that don't really suit my style. Planning music gatherings, for one. Something that had been in the back of my mind for a while. I thought it would be a natural fit, since it's technical, but still music-related. But all the back and forth communication and accommodating to the endless requests, and honestly just people, I prefer things being as simple as just me and my guitar, because other than the occasional tuning, my guitar never has any requests. Also, sitting behind a screen for hours, not my jam. I realized I need less dependence, a bit more direct interaction, and a lot more feel. I've been crossing professions off my list like I'm a grandma in a grocery store. Glasses on, pen in hand, crossing things off with confidence. And honestly, I count that as one of the biggest wins in my Greenstone journey. Because now, I have a clearer sense of where I might want to go next with my life, and definitely a clearer sense of where I don't. One thing I will say, if you're a procrastinator, don't go into event planning, trust me. This festival was also the debut of my sustainable guitar, which I'll get to later, but before I do, let me enlighten you on why I wanted to build one in the first place. We are losing forests at an alarming rate. Between 2010 and 2020, the world lost an average of 4.7 million hectares of forest each year. I want to please ask everyone just to pause for a second, to let that one sink in, because that's nearly 10 times the size of Bali. Countries like Indonesia are among the hardest hit. If you look at this map, the areas in red are losing forest faster than they can regrow, and those in green are recovering. I come from a part of Canada completely surrounded by old growth trees. I've seen firsthand the devastation that deforestation brings, and I've even taken part in local protests to protect our forests. So greeny of me, I know. but let me paint a picture for you of why I care. When I was about 12 years old, I traveled to a big city. Not my first, but definitely the biggest I had ever been to. I'm not going to say which because I'm not standing up here trying to talk smack about where people are from. All I'm going to say is it depressed me. My naive preteen self didn't know how to feel with the constant hustle bustle and city sounds. Keep in mind, my hometown in Canada has a bigger population of bears than humans, so I wasn't used to this. The traffic and the chatter became so overwhelming that for the 10 days I was there, it felt like eternity. Looking back on this and reflecting on how I reacted, I realized Mother Nature single-handedly managed to turn me into a salal surfing, mudsliding, crab hunting, tree climbing, slug exterminating part-time activist. I was a small-town kid with an invisible rope tying her to the well-being of the planet. Now, you're probably thinking, here we go again, another tree hugger. Sorry, I'll try to sound as uncliche as possible, but it's a cause I've always cared deeply about. Growing up, I was always doing nature activities with my family. Camping, hiking, mushroom picking, you name it. I believe that being in nature and experience the bliss of complete silence makes you realize that there's a lot more to life than racking up the bands and climbing the corporate ladder. So as you now know, I was a small-town kid with slightly too much free will. Now, when I wasn't just dirty, I did do more sophisticated things. The main one was playing music. I started classical piano lessons at the age of 6, and I absolutely loved being able to play an instrument, which led me to teach myself basic guitar at the age of 13. So fast forward a couple years, and one day I was playing my guitar and I had a thought. My guitar's made out of wood. Is it sustainable? Is it made out of the very trees that I marched for hours to protect? Sure enough, most guitars are made out of old-growth trees that took over 100 years to grow, or rare woods, both of which aren't necessarily necessary in order to build a guitar. I soon realized two of the things I care deeply about are very interconnected. Shockingly, Indonesia has one of the largest guitar manufacturing companies in the world, contributing both to music culture and, unfortunately, to deforestation. The deeper I looked, the more I realized how unsustainable the music industry can be. Take vinyl records, for example. They're made from PVC, a plastic considered one of the most environmentally damaging substances on this earth. From production to disposal, they release toxic chlorine-based chemicals and are a major source of dioxins. I know for a fact that each and every one of us either owns, has owned a vinyl, or knows someone who does. And then there's touring. In 2022, Taylor Swift topped the list of artists with the highest carbon footprint, emitting over 8,000 tons of CO2, just from travel alone. Now, Taylor and I aren't buddies, as much as I wish we were. I can't exactly call her up and suggest she buys an electric plane. So instead, I asked myself, what can I do to show that sustainability and the music industry don't have to be at odds? How do I, a teenage girl with no clout, no connections, and little to no influence in this world, make a difference? While lots of guitar manufacturers are taking steps towards manufacturing sustainable guitars, I decided to take it upon myself and my dad to create one ourselves. Because I thought, we can do better. Call me delusional if you want, but I had full faith the whole 6 months this was going to be great. The two people with no prior knowledge on lutherie could surely show brands like Fender, which inspired this design, that we could do better. As always, the haters will hate, the countless people that told me, this guitar is going to sound terrible, or do you have any idea how hard making a guitar is? All the while I was thinking, just wait, people. You'll see. So, lo and behold, the guitar of skepticism. My pride and joy. Ooh. Ta-da! This guitar body is made entirely from bamboo. From the headstock to the pickguard, it's made from sustainable materials. As you can see, the inlays on the neck are small frangipanis made from mother of pearl. I specifically chose this as a design because I thought they're the epitome of the Bali vibe, and the perfect detail to add the ooh la la factor. The process of building this guitar was as time-consuming as it was rewarding, because as I said, I'd never done something like this before. So as good dads do, my dad stepped in to help me, and together we built this guitar from some grass into something beautiful and unique. Neither of us have ever built a guitar before, but we knew with dedication and hard work, we could definitely pull this off. We both learned the software Fusion 360, which was a mission in itself. If you've never heard of Fusion 360 before, it's essentially a design software used by engineers across the world. I myself hadn't had a single prior experience to the world of digital design, so this caused me many Menti Bs and many hours of me zoning out while watching YouTube tutorials. Once we managed to design the guitar, we had to put it into yet another software. This one was connected to the CNC router. And boy, do me and my dad love a CNC router. If you don't know what a CNC is, a CNC is essentially a machine that cuts materials like wood, plastic, or metal using a computer to control it. After many failed attempts using this machine, we managed to somehow get the Green School CNC to cooperate, which is a miracle, in my opinion. And for this, I'll have to give credit to my dad, who sweet-talked the CNC into action. My other theory is that he was the problem all along, because I know when he starts cracking those dad jokes, I don't want to listen to anything he says either. I'm just kidding. I couldn't be more grateful for all the time and effort he put into helping me with this project. This was truly the most special part of the project for me, getting to work alongside my dad, since growing up, he worked a lot. I couldn't think of a better way for me to end off my era of living under my parents' roof than working alongside my dad on my capstone project. I'm eternally grateful to have spent this time with you. Through my Greenstone, I learned that so many of the things in your life are connected. One thing almost always impacts the other. And if you really care about something, music, nature, hell, even just the future, don't think that your influence is too little to make a difference. I discovered that real impact doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being willing. Willing to try, willing to fail, and to question what's always been done. Build crazy things. Question the norm in your everyday life. The world needs people who make an effort to make small changes. I know I'll keep whistling off key and making giant leaps of faith in skills I don't yet have, because sometimes you hit a target that you didn't even know was there. So my final message is simple. Pick something you love and ask how it can be better. Then go take a crack at making a difference, even if it's small. That's what I did with a guitar and a question, and that's where real change begins. Thank you. Now I'd like to share my gratitudes. I want to say thank you so much to Ibu Kate, who's helped so much with my festival, and I truly appreciate you putting up with my endless questions and concerns. And also Ibu Putri, who helped so much with the organizing. I want to say a massive thanks to Benjamin for helping me shape and ideate my Greenstone. Ibu Jess and Pac Brian for all the script help. I appreciate you guys so much. I also want to thank all the bands and artists who performed in my festival. You truly made the festival magical for me. I also want to say a huge thank you to my mom for always supporting me and helping me ideate. Truly a brilliant human who knows me way too well, and someone who always brings me back to my values, so thank you. And of course, a big thank you to my little sister, for the emotional support and abuse. I wanted to give you a shout out, not only because I think you deserve it, but because I know you'd be mad if I didn't, and I'm really scared of you. Last but not least, I want to say another thank you to my dad. Words can't describe how grateful I am for the time and energy you put into helping me with my project. Thank you.
Sorry for the awkward silence. I'm gonna play. Ooh. Okay. I thought I would showcase the guitar with a song. This is a song very special to me because it's one that kind of got me out of my 3-year-long writer's block. Because when I was like in my early teens, I wrote a lot of music, and then I went through a lot of things, and then I couldn't write music anymore. So, yeah, this is called Lorelei. Oh. Thank you. Can we give a hand to Louie for just running and getting that? Can't you see me fall? I guess. I guess we could do one more. Anybody know Valerie? Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things of what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come on home and my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Why don't you come on over, stop making a fool out of me? Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Feel free to sing along. Valerie, to go to jail, put your house on up for sale. Did you get a good lawyer? Didn't catch a tan? Hope you find the right man who'll fix it for ya. Are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair, and are you busy? Did you have to pay that fine that you were dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Since I come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Why don't you come on over, stop making a fool out of me? Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie, Valerie, why don't you come on over, Valerie? Thank you guys so much.